Red lights flash across the base. The sound of sirens pierces the calm, slicing through the early morning haze like a blade. Soldiers are sprinting. No hesitation. No confusion. They've drilled for this moment 1,000 times. But this is the real thing. A female officer's voice crackles through the comms. Red alert initiated. Crew, suit up. We're going live. This is no drill. Her tone is sharp, steady, and deadly serious. This is the moment every crew member trains for, but praise never comes. The KC-135 Stratotanker, a behemoth of the skies, is being towed out from the hangar. Its massive fuselage glints under the emergency lights. Ground crew members swarm around it like ants, checking fuel lines, inspecting tires, scanning systems. Every hand is moving fast, every eye focused. There is no room for mistakes. The mission is clear. Get airborne before the threat materializes. This isn't just a launch, it's a race against time. The intensity on the flight crew's faces tells you everything. They know what's at stake. You're not watching a simulation. This is not training footage. This is real. This is live. And this Stratotanker's role could be the difference between air dominance or disaster. Watch closely. This is how the United States Air Force moves under pressure. This is military readiness, weaponized by speed, discipline, and absolute focus. Engines scream to full power. The KC-135 lurches forward. Metal, fire, and force unleashed all at once. Dust and debris whip violently behind it as the massive airframe charges down the runway like a raging beast. Every second now is calculated, critical. This isn't a casual departure. This is urgency in motion, survival on jet fuel. The camera shakes as the four-engine monster gains speed. 40 knots, 80, 130, and then liftoff. The front gear tears off the tarmac. In slow motion, the entire aircraft begins to rise. It's a moment that feels surreal, like watching a skyscraper defy gravity. The horizon blazes red behind it. The roar of engines fills the air, drowning out all else. This isn't just aviation, it's domination of the sky. In the cockpit, tension is high. The pilot's hands are firm, unmoving. There is no celebration, only focus. The climb must be clean. No margin for stall, no chance for delay. Behind them, the runway fades into darkness. Ahead, thousands of miles of uncertain airspace. This is the first victory of the mission, escape from the ground. But it's only the beginning. The Stratotanker is airborne, and the war clock has started ticking. The KC-135 has broken gravity's grip and is climbing fast. 20,000, 25,000, now approaching 30,000 feet. But this is where the real danger begins. This isn't just flying. This is flying with purpose, fueling the fight, mid-air, under potential threat. Inside the cockpit, green indicator lights flicker across the flight deck, casting ghostly shadows on the crew's tense faces. Every breath is measured, every movement rehearsed. Then, contact on radar. There it is. A US Air Force F-15 Eagle slices through the clouds, diving in low, right beneath the tanker's belly. It's moving fast, too fast, and the pilot adjusts with surgical precision. Look at this, an F-15 Eagle racing in low. The refueling boom lowers. The boom operator is lying flat, joystick in hand, locked in. His job? Connect two aircraft in flight, moving hundreds of miles per hour in hostile skies. This isn't just a maneuver. It's a heartbeat away from disaster. One shake, one gust of wind, 1 second off, and it's over. The Eagle holds steady. The boom inches closer. The moment feels eternal. Contact, fuel flows, mission continues. But make no mistake, this isn't the end of the danger. It's only phase 1 of survival. The Stratotanker is now cruising above 20,000 feet and still climbing. Inside the cockpit, there's a tense silence. Every display, every dial is being monitored. This is the calm before one of the most technical aerial operations in the world, mid-air refueling. Suddenly, a shadow cuts across the clouds. There it is, an F-15 Eagle, approaching fast and low from the right side. It's a sleek predator in the sky, but even the might of the Eagle is helpless without fuel. The two aircraft are now dancing in perfect formation. The boom operator lies in position, face down, eyes locked on the targeting screen. He controls the refueling arm using a joystick. No margin for error. This is like threading a needle while flying at 500 miles per hour at 30,000 feet. Every second feels like an eternity. The slightest turbulence could break the link. But the KC-135 holds steady, like a steel guardian. The boom extends, closer, closer. Contact. Fuel begins to transfer. The mission lives on. This is not just a technical maneuver. It's a lifeline. One mistake here could lead to a mid-air collision. But there are no mistakes today. This is what separates amateurs from the elite. You're watching the backbone of US air power, fueling the fight while defying gravity itself. All crackling static. Then, radio chatter cuts in like a blade. We've got radar contact, possible hostile drone, 60 miles east. Those few words change everything. Inside the KC-135 cockpit, eyes snap to the radar screen. A red dot flickers, small, distant, but threatening. The crew doesn't panic. There's no time for fear, only action. This tanker, this flying lifeline, is now vulnerable. No missiles, no guns, just 4 engines, a metal shell, and a belly full of fuel. It's flying unarmed into the unknown. And in these skies, 60 miles is nothing. A drone at that distance can close in within minutes, silently, invisibly. The order comes through. Maintain formation. Tanker, stay on course. Stay on course in the face of danger. The pilot's hands tighten on the yoke. The boom operator stays alert, scanning the skies with bare eyes now. Technology may not be fast enough. This is the moment when every heartbeat sounds like an alarm. Every second in the air feels like borrowed time. One wrong move, and the Stratotanker becomes a fireball at 30,000 feet. But they stay locked in, focused, unshaken, because that's what warriors do. It's done. Mission success. The F-15 Eagle gives a single flash of light, a silent thank you to the crew of the KC-135. No words needed. The signal speaks volumes. Refueling complete. Fighters are full. The KC-135 has done its job. But don't let your guard down. This isn't the credits scene. The Stratotanker is now heavy, drained, and alone. It's no longer in a protective formation. And the skies, still hostile, still unpredictable. The crew adjusts course, heading west toward home base. But every minute in the air feels like walking a tightrope with no net. Below them, the desert stretches endlessly. Above them, the last light of day fades into deep red. A stunning sunset, but also a warning. Darkness is coming. Inside the cockpit, nobody speaks. They don't need to. Each glance, each breath, is focused on one thing: bringing the bird home. They've just kept multiple fighter jets in the sky. They've fueled the front line. Now, they themselves must survive the way back. No applause, no headlines, just a silent exit from danger, like ghosts disappearing into the clouds. This is what mission success really looks like in modern warfare.
2-2, stick ready.
2-2, you're clear.
2-2.
Game.
Alright, 50 feet coming in.
Expect Sigma 4446.
Roger.
Stop to 01556, Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, and Arkansas, available flight searching.
$30. A little low. $20 feet.
The mission is complete. The skies, once threatening, now lie quiet behind them. The KC-135 Stratotanker glides onto the runway with grace, as if it had never just danced with danger above the desert. Inside the cockpit, the adrenaline fades, but the weight of what they've done begins to settle in. As the engines wind down, the crew descends the metal staircase one by one. No cheers, no crowd. Just the cold hum of night and the quiet hum of duty fulfilled. One crew member pauses, turns back, and looks up at the stars. Maybe to reflect, maybe to breathe, or maybe to remember that 30,000 feet above, they just defied the odds. Tonight, the KC-135 Stratotanker and its crew proved one thing. When the call comes, the US Air Force responds at full speed. A machine built of steel, powered by discipline, and guided by human precision and unshakable courage. It doesn't carry missiles. It doesn't drop bombs. But it fuels those who do. And in war, that's everything. This was not a battle. It was a ballet, in the sky, where a mistake costs lives. So if you've never heard of the KC-135 before tonight, now you know. It may not look like a fighter, but it just saved the fight. Would you trust your life at 30,000 feet, inside a flying fuel tank, with hostile drones nearby? That's the reality for crews aboard the KC-135 Stratotanker. No weapons, no armor, just courage, skill, and an unbreakable sense of duty. So now we ask you, could you do it? Would you stay the course when danger is just a blip on the radar away? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear from you. If you respect what these airmen do, hit that like button. If you want to witness more real-life missions that never make the news, subscribe. Because behind every fighter jet, behind every missile strike, there's a silent shadow in the sky keeping them alive. That shadow is the KC-135.